can download. It's free to download. You get awards and you get coins, and you can send them to your favourite broadcasters. Now, Haps allows you to broadcast across all your social media. Hello, Tim. Thank you for sharing out. I've just seen that. Now, I can't seem to see any comments for some reason, so let me just turn this round and then turn you back. That's the first time I've ever had an issue. I can hide comments and show comments. I might actually have to restart this broadcast because I can't. Let me just put a comment in. I don't know if it's coming through because I won't be able to see any messages at all. Oh, here we go. They're coming through now. So it's just, yeah, there's just, normally we have on Haps a template. So if you can all hear me, guys, just give me a thumbs up. Okay. And tonight we're cooking this. So this is a SimplyCook recipe. Say my connection's poor. So it's a SimplyCook recipe. I'm not going to pronounce it. I did pronounce it earlier on, but it is actually, well, it's pronounced Moqueca, and then I can't pronounce the second word. So Peixe, I think it is. It's Moqueca de Peixe, which actually means fish stew in Portuguese. Okay, I think I pronounced that right. So it's 5 o'clock. We're going to make a start. Okay, what you're going to need for this is you get with SimplyCook. When you choose the recipe, you get the recipe card and you get the flavour pots to go with it, and then you buy everything else. Okay, so for this dish, we're going to need 120 grams of basmati rice, 2 peppers, an onion, 3 tomatoes, 200 millilitres of coconut milk, 2 cod fillets, and then you need your flavour pot. So let's get this open. Hello, Dina. Lovely to see you. So if you're wondering, I'm live on Facebook as well at the same time. So with Haps, it is one big community of broadcasters, viewers, people you meet on live streaming. It's a really great community. So if you want to join Haps, then my link tree at the top, which is above my head somewhere, if you click on that link, there's a link that says follow me on Haps, or just go on to haps.tv/invite and then /Aiden Leeds. Okay, so give me a follow on there. They're actually running a referral challenge, so I'm never going to get loads of people joining, but if you would join me, I'm probably not even going to use Facebook in the next couple of months, because you know, when you think of like lockdown and everything that's happened, you know, with music and things like that, and they block you for doing this and they block you for doing that, you know, it just wonder, well, why should I stay with Facebook? So I don't know. So, but I will always be on Haps. Okay. Dina lives in Miami. She says she's just finishing making lunch. What are you having for your lunch, Dina? Another great thing with Haps as well, is which I'm trying to still learn more about, is they have what's called Haps Studio, and it means you can link different devices up. So you could have a camera, you can bring in people online onto the chat. You can get people even in different countries to be part of the broadcast, to direct the broadcast, so they can, you know, move things around. And it's something I'm looking at doing with like another device, if I have another device that I could use. But Haps Studio doesn't work for me at the moment. So Dina's having eggs with veggies and bagels. Wow, that sounds really nice. Okay, so let me just go through this then, and then I'll bring the camera down. You can see what I'm doing. So this dish is what we're making. As I say, it's called a Moqueca de Peixe. It's a Brazilian-style seafood one pot, which is packed with peppers, tomatoes, and coconut. Coastal ingredients make this a light stew for summer months. Okay, have you ever had this, Dina, before? Do let me know. If you want to get 4 recipes, different recipes, and you live in the UK, go onto my link again in the bio. Everything's in the link, and go down to where it says SimplyCook. And if you tap on that, you can get a free box. Well, sometimes it's free, or it's always a free box, but you may have to pay for delivery. So which is only £1. So you can either get the delivery, but it is a subscription. So just be aware of that. Cancel afterwards if you don't want them every month. And you can find different recipes on there. They're really, really good. So a lot of people think it's like HelloFresh. Not HelloFresh, because you have to buy the ingredients. You've got to buy most of the ingredients. They only send you the flavour pots. Okay. So yeah, go and check that out, guys. Let's have a look in here what we've got then. So we've got, let me bring you down. I'm going to just show you this. Okay, so this is the boxes that you get. Okay, so we've got some garlic and coconut paste. We've got some Brazilian style paste. So you might be able to get these in your supermarket. And then we've got some Moqueca garnish. So we've got our little garnishes in there as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this recipe. I've never made this before. So the first thing we need to do then is we're going to cook the rice, but we want 120 grams of basmati rice. So let me bring the camera down. Let me know how the connection is, guys, so you can see. I don't want to. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. You don't want to see too much of the sink. I'm just going to turn on my pan so it gets nice and warm. Let me just find that. And then we're going to weigh out 120 grams of basmati rice. Now, if you're watching me on Facebook right now, oops, the camera's gone. 1 second, guys. Whenever that happens, Dina, the messages are all coming through landscape. Oh, they're coming through the wrong way. There we go, it's a bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, fingers crossed that's going to work, and put it straight in. We're going to put 120 grams of basmati rice. So weigh out your food, guys, because if you don't, you'll end up not having the correct measurements. So 120 grams is what you need. So 60 grams per portion. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to add some, I think with basmati rice, it just goes in hot boiling water. It actually says drain and stir for 4 minutes. You want 350 millilitres of water per person, so 700 millilitres of hot boiling water. So let me just get that on. Well, actually, what I'll do, because we're going to be cooking for a while, let me just. So 700, I can just pour this straight in. It doesn't have to be hot water. It just sits. So that's 1 portion. And that's 2. You might think that's quite a lot of water. So, but yeah, it's just under is that. So that's not too bad. So I'm going to pop this on. And get that cooking. Okay, I'm going to put a lid over that as well because rice cooks better with the lid on. Okay. So remember the 3 S's, guys, with Periscope. Make sure to, if you like the broadcast, you can share it out. Okay. Also, so you can share the broadcast out. If you can do that, would be brilliant. If you want to subscribe to me, if you've not subscribed already, please subscribe because I do a lot of food. I do a lot of food recipes on Haps and other things as well, and quizzes and things. So check that out. And finally, is sponsor. So if you really like the broadcast, you can sponsor the broadcast if you wish to do that, or alternatively, you can just send awards, which you get for free by doing broadcasts yourself on Haps or opening emails, doing little things, tasks and things like that, which is all good. So let me move that out of the way. Okay. So the next thing then we need to do, so we've done the rice. We need to heat a little oil in a large pan. This is my pan. I'm going to have to turn you around because you won't get to see the pan otherwise. But I'm just going to prepare this first. So we want to do some peppers and onions. Okay, so we've got a green pepper here and a red pepper, as you can see. So we're going to chop this up. Now, if you keep your seeds, guys, and then pop them into some soil, it's the perfect time of the year to grow seeds. I did it the other week, and I'm just going to show you the result. this is the result of my... Actually, I can't show you just yet because I don't want to get soil everywhere, all over the chopping board. So there's two different ways you can cut these peppers. If you cut them into strips, I'm going to do it like this. Because we're doing a Brazilian dish. I've also got another tool I'm going to use. And then just chop down the middle. Just chop these in half if you want to do that. Get rid of this. And then the next one we're going to do is the green pepper. So the pan's heating up nice. I will move the camera around in a moment so you can see. And I've decided to use the larger pan as well, so you can actually see more of the dish. Hello, Peter. How are you doing, my friend? So we're doing a Brazilian fish stew tonight. This is a fairly new recipe for me. I've never made this before. So let me know if you've had this before. Maybe you love Brazilian food. I wouldn't really say I've ever had Brazilian food. But it kind of infuses with the Mexican food, doesn't it? It's very South American. A lot of the dishes are the same. Now, I'm going to chop up my onions using a different tool. I'm not going to use a knife. Okay, I'm trying to do it as it is on the picture. We shall see what happens. So let me pop this on in a bowl. Actually, we'll put it on a plate. Then it's all... I need to chop that a bit more. Actually, they're quite huge, aren't they? I love peppers. Peter, it said on your message, Grand Junction. Grand Junction. Where's Grand Junction? Chop that up a little bit more. Right, we're gonna do the onions because, and I'm going to use this device, this tool. It's called just called a dicer. Okay. Put them to one side. And this is really good. It's a JML dicer. Now the only problem is the blades actually do come off quite easily, so you've got to be really careful. Don't use it with carrots. Don't use it with any sort of hard vegetables. Okay. So the next thing, we're going to do the onion. So because it's a really large onion, I'm going to cut it up anyway with a knife, and then we're going to use the dicer. So chop this up. Oops. Cut this in half. I'm dropping everything today. There we go. So I don't know what this is going to taste like, but it's got coconut milk in, so it should be really nice. I love anything with coconut milk in. Let's get rid of these skins. I usually prepare stuff before I actually start, but I thought, well, there's no point me having things ready, is there sometimes? It's nice to know exactly how things are made from scratch. And it's all fresh. So I'm just going to chop these in half again. And then we're going to use this dicer, okay? So we're going to pop these in. Push it through, and it chops up the onion. Finally chops the onion. It saves a lot of time. Again, there's still a little bit of skin on here. So let me know where you're coming in from, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you've had for your... Maybe you've had your evening meal. Sometimes it does stick. Bear with me just a second. It's stuck now. There we go. I accidentally had it on lock. Now I'm pushing this into a little container, but you can push it straight into the pan if you want to do that. And you'll see, look, Actually, we've got one more little piece left. There we go. And this is the result, guys. Look at this. These are all the diced onions. So I'm going to pop them to one side. All nicely chopped up. Saves you so much time. It stops your eyes from running. You know what it's like whenever you're chopping onions. But did you know that the reason why whenever your eyes, you know, when you're chopping onions and you start crying, it's because it's of how sharp your knife is, apparently. So hello, Dina. Dina's still on. Hello, Swift Beats. Oh, sorry, not Swift Beats. Sorry, Silver's on. Sorry, Silver. I do apologise. Right. So that's the onions done. The next thing we need to do is start to fry the vegetables. So I'm going to turn you around. We've got a big pan here. Let me know if you can see me okay. And what we're going to do is the peppers and the onions. So let's put all the onions in. This is really hot. So let's put all these in. And we're going to add in the peppers. There we go. Straight away, straight there. You could chop the peppers up a little bit smaller if you wanted to. Maybe they're quite big. I thought it's just do them a bit different for a change. Because they're going to go into a stew and they'll... Let me give that a stir. You're just eating. So I've never made this before, just so you all know. Okay. You put a little bit more oil in if you want to. Because it's quite a big pan, I didn't put enough in. Probably if I'm doing this again, I would actually cut the peppers up a little bit smaller. But I sort of went fancy with the how it looks on the actual recipe card. Okay, so 2 minutes for the peppers and the onions, and then we're going to stir in the garlic and the coconut paste. So the garlic and the coconut paste is what we're going to add in next. Now it says here, if you wanted to do it for 4 people, do 240 grams of rice, use 3 peppers, same onion, maybe use a larger onion, use an extra tomato, double the amount of coconut milk, and add an extra cod fillet. Okay. So 2 minutes for that. We're going to add in an extra minute, sorry, and then we're going to add in the garlic and coconut paste. Got some tomatoes here. I'm going to do the same, I think. Do that now, actually. With the tomatoes, roughly chopped. Okay, we're just going to chop them, actually. We don't need to use that. Hello, Sheila. How are you doing? We're doing what's called a Moqueca de Peixe, which is a Brazilian fish stew. You can add prawns to this if you wanted to, but we're going to be just doing it with cod fillet. So we've got onions in here, we've got peppers, and these are the SimplyCook that you see on the TV all the time. This is a SimplyCook recipe. So we're going to add in some garlic and coconut paste. Thank you for this. Stay safe for war, Sheila. Now let's add this in. I'm using a larger pan. So let's get all this in. This is a garlic and coconut paste. Okay. Get rid of that, and then we're going to stir all that in. Stir it into the onions. Oh, this smells delicious. And then we're going to stir in the Brazilian paste and some coconut milk. It's actually really, really simple, this, to make. Oh, this smells really nice. Let me just... We're just going to add in the Brazilian style paste. Now, I actually don't know what's in here, but if you do want the actual ingredients for this, I can... it's actually on the back of the box. So we're going to add some Brazilian paste in. Just going to stir that in as well, and then we're going to add in the coconut milk. Oh, it smells good. So let's stir this in. This is a Brazilian paste. Who does all the washing up after you make all this? Me. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing the washing up when you've got really nice food. So my rice is on as well at the same time. Let's add in the coconut milk. So I've got here, how much coconut milk have I got? Oh, I've got 400 here. You only want 200. So you don't need as much coconut milk. So I'm going to add 300, I think. I do like it creamier. Oops. So we're going to add in the coconut milk. The rice is cooking away. Just check my rice. What do we think, guys? Look at this. Oh, let's add a bit more coconut milk in. Not too much. In fact, I'm going to add it all in, I think. I'm going to add it all in. Because that would be enough for 4 people. So I kind of have made enough for 4 because I've actually added... I could add an extra pepper in. You could actually make this up and then freeze it if you wanted to. Hello, Evelyn Jew. Thank you for your... I'm trying to read what it says. Oh, just as I mentioned. So let's give all this a stir. Because when it comes to SimplyCook, it doesn't matter if you're adding the flavour pots in. The whole flavour pot would actually be enough for 4 people, okay? So I prefer it actually more. I might as well use it all up. I'll give all that a stir. We're going to let it simmer for 5 minutes, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add in the tomatoes. So, and then we've got some garnish as well. We're going to add the fish. So I need to chop up the fish as well. So let's... So the fish doesn't take... Well, the fish goes in last. And then we've got... That's going to cook for 5 minutes as well. So 5 minutes for this. This looks really nice. This is so simple to make. Peppers, onions, add your Brazilian paste. I don't actually know. Let's have a look what's inside this Brazilian paste, because you're all wondering. So we had garlic and coconut paste. Okay, that actually had coconut milk in as well. Yeast, water, garlic puree. The style paste, the Brazilian paste, was glucose syrup, water, salt, cayenne, turmeric and black pepper, jalapeno, garlic powder, and I think that says desiccated coconut. And then in our Moqueca garnish, we've got, again, desiccated coconut, coriander leaves, chili flakes, dried red pepper, dried green peppers, paprika extract, dried onion, sea salt, and sunflower oil. So there you go. This smells amazing. I probably might add an extra pepper. I can't add an extra pepper now. As I say, it doesn't matter how much coconut milk you add in. If you add the whole amount in, the flavour pots, you don't need to add any extra because there isn't any more flavour pots to add in. So just going to let that simmer. I could put the lid over it. Let me put the lid over it. I can try and read some of the comments as well. So yeah, Sheila's watching in Middlesbrough. Up the borough. Dina's deleting. Silver's on. Yeah, I got that. Deanie, you came in about 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure why. Well, I know why, but I mean, I don't know why it's come up 3 or 4 times. Okay, let's chop up the fish. Let's do the fish while this is cooking. Move that to one side. So fish, the cod, I don't think I've ever cooked cod before. I usually have it at the chippy. Put this away a second. And then we do the tomatoes. So this is cod, guys. This is just cod. And we're just going to chop these up into chunks. I don't think you can. I'm just going to bring you down a bit. And I'm actually just going to chop these up in I think, fingers crossed. So we've got our cod. I'm going to lift you back up so you can actually see the pan. Here is our coconut stew. We're back on now. Oh, this smells really good. Let's get in the tomatoes. So I'm just gonna, let me just clean this board. I think I tried to do it. I know it's, and then it went off. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? I'm gonna turn it down just a fraction. Okay, it's the knife as well I want to clean. Are we all still there? Can you all see? Fingers crossed. It smells delightful. I'm just going to chop up the tomatoes. Now, I actually asked for 3 tomatoes, but I've only got small tomatoes. So I'm just going to chop them up. And you want to cook them for 3 minutes. So let's pop these in. I'm just going to chop them in half. Whoops. I knew wearing white wouldn't be the best idea. Gosh. 1 second. Luckily, I got that off the t-shirt. This is why I use the dicer sometimes. So we're just adding some tomatoes into here. And then we're going to add in the fish. So you want to let the tomatoes simmer for 3 minutes. There we go. This smells really nice. Let me check on my rice. If that's stirred. And the rice is cooking and simmering nicely. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give that 3 minutes or so. So then we're gonna add in the, this is the garnish now. We're gonna add the garnishing and the actual cod fillet. Just to let those tomatoes cook down. Let's add in the, so this is the Moqueca garnish, and then we're going to add in the cod fillets. So let's add this in, the garnish. You can see that. And let's add in the cod fillet to the pan. These are really big pieces of fish. Oh, this is something else, this. Can you hear me, guys? Turn it back up actually. So just turning the fish over. If you do it like a clock, usually you know like the order in which you add the, well, it doesn't really make any difference actually, but you want to add the fish and just let that simmer for about 5 minutes. You might need longer. Okay, I've turned that up a bit. What I'm going to do though, and you want it to wait, you can add prawns as well then afterwards. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, everyone. An emoji. So this is the fish stew. It smells absolutely gorgeous. So I just want that fish to cook now. Okay. Check on my rice. Rice is getting there as well. Loud and clear, lovely. Sometimes it's because on Periscope you actually you can see who's watching live, and when you don't know if the connection's gone off or not, it would used to say like, you know, 0, or there would be an issue with it, like the no messages would come through. So I'm still kind of getting used to it. This smells absolutely gorgeous. I need to get a picture of this in the actual dish. Let me get my iPad. What do we think so far, everyone? I might put the lid over it as well, just to let the chicken cook. But it smells absolutely gorgeous. I can smell the fish now. Let me just get a picture if I can do. So it says 5 minutes. Leave to cook on a medium-low heat for 5 minutes so the fish is cooked through and easily flakes apart. Just take a picture. Oh yeah. Not the best camera in the world, but there you go, done. I'm just going to turn them over. fish is actually breaking apart now, which is good. I've just turned it over. The worst thing is eating fish that's not cooked. I'm going to put the lid over it, okay? Because with fish I like it cooked, but not overcooked. So, so let me know what you're cooking tonight, guys. We're going to actually finish this off with some lime. So if you've got a lime, oops, what's going on with the connection? Now, if you want to do this yourself, you could also add some prawns. You could swap the cod for other fish, so or shellfish. You could even swap the peppers for courgette or spinach. And if you don't want to make it too mild, so you can make it milder by going easy on the Moqueca garnish. Okay. So it's going to be about another few more minutes. I think the rice is nearly done. So I'm going to start to get ready to serve. Oh, this smells really nice. And I'll see everyone. So that fish, I've never really cooked cod before, not in an actual pan. So I'm going to turn off my rice, and my rice is done. So this is my rice. I've got loads of rice. It's very fluffy. So I'm going to pop that to one side. Put the lid back over. I'm going to try and tidy up. It should evaporate some of that water in the rice. And just tidy up, and then a few more minutes we'll be ready to serve. Okay. Let me know how your day's going. Has it been a good day, a bad day? What's the weather been like? Has it been cold? It's been quite sunny here. It's been nice and sunny this morning, and then it's gone a bit cloudy this afternoon. Okay. So yeah, if you want to get your 4 free recipes, 4 different recipes and flavour pots, go on to my link tree if you're in the UK, and you can go and get the SimplyCook and give these a try. And I reckon this is going to be one of my favourites because I do love anything with coconut milk in. So as I say, you get the flavour pots, and then you just add the ingredients and make the recipe. And as I say, you get to try new things, different recipes. Let me bring you forward a bit. I had a really good connection, and then my phone decided to turn itself off. That was why I went off. So we're just going to wait for the fish to cook. Let's open this up again. Oh, it's breaking apart now, so I'm just going to give it another minute or two. In fact, I don't even need to put the lid over it anymore. But this smells absolutely gorgeous. Are we still all right with the connection, guys? Is the connection okay? Do I need to bring you down a bit? Lift you up a bit? Never quite know where to... As long as you turn over the fish, you'll know then it's evenly cooked. Yeah, that. Let's have a little taste of the fish. It says 5 minutes. Sorry guys, it feels like you're at a little taste. That is absolutely delicious, guys. That is so nice. Wow, it could have kicked to it. That is nice. So what we're going to do then, we're going to serve this is the moqueca over some rice with a squeeze of lime. So that is ready. Now it is served in an actual dish. So let me turn it off while it simmers away. I don't want to overcook the fish. This smells really nice. Get a bowl. I'm going to bring you down again. Sorry, everyone. Just so you can see. I'm going to move it to one side. That is now done. Okay, and we're going to add the rice. So. I'm going to put some rice on there. Quite sticky rice. Let's do the other one. So remember to download the Haps app and follow me on Haps. That is where majority is doing a lot of my broadcasts for food and other things. Okay, so we're now going to add on the moqueca. Then we're going to add a squeeze of lime. Let me just find my. I've lost my. There it is. I was using it for rice. Guys, absolutely delicious. So you can have as much or as little as you want. There we go. And then we're going to add some lime over the top and do the other one. Make sure there's plenty of fish. Oops. Don't burn the kitchen down. So again, all it is onions, peppers, coconut milk. Then you got your flavour pots, and then you add your fish. Definitely got a kick to it. Oh, it's very hot, but it's absolutely delicious. Oops, move the camera a bit. Actually, I'm glad I actually added the extra coconut milk. There's probably is enough actually for 4 people here. There you go. Oops. The onion. And then we're going to finish with a squeeze of lime. I hope you can all see this. So I'm just going to cut a line. Just slightly cut that. And you can either add it onto your, oh yeah, this is absolutely perfection. Squeeze some lime juice all over the top. Squeeze of lime all over the top. And there we have it, guys. So hopefully you'll give that a try. I don't know what's happened to the connection. So hopefully you can all see that. I'm going to bring it down a little bit where I usually would have it. Okay, are we still there, guys? And there we have it. What is going on with this connection? Hopefully you can see. 1 second, everybody. Okay, I don't know if are we back now? Fingers crossed it's going to work. So I'm just going to show you how this turned out. Let me show you, switch the camera around. There we go. So this is how it's meant to look, guys. And then this is the final view. So I'm going to leave you with that, guys. I'm going to go and finish and eat this because it looks absolutely amazing and it smells delicious as well. So thank you for watching, everybody.